Good morning, family. It is Wednesday, May 23rd, 2018. Just wanted to give you guys a little wake up this morning, tell you that I love you, and hope that you've I hope you slept well, and you feel refreshed, and that your minds are clear and focused this morning. And just want you to know that I'm pleased that you guys take time out of your morning every morning to get into God's Word a little bit. What we're going to just talk about briefly this morning, if you would, check out the board. I've written up there the reading for today. It's going to be John 19, 1 through 16 again. What I just want to talk to you really briefly about this morning is this idea of authority. You know, in this passage, Jesus tells Pilate that you would have no authority over me unless it had been given you from above. There's a debate on Facebook right now regarding the lordship of Jesus Christ. Is Jesus Lord over all? Is Jesus Lord over just his people that he has saved? Is Satan, in fact, Lord over those who are not saved, those who do the will of their father, the devil? And I can just tell you right now that Jesus is Lord over all. Jesus is Lord over the devil. He's Lord over those who reject him in this life. He's Lord over his people. Satan would have no authority had it not been given to him from above. And so that's something that we really need to get our minds around today, is this idea that authority is not this all authority is from God. When we see wicked men exercising authority, that authority they have is from God. They pervert it, they distort it, they abuse that authority, and they will be held accountable for that. But that authority has been given from God. We see that happening here in this passage, chapter 19 of John. Pilate has authority given to him by God. He abuses it. He basically hands his authority over to the mob mentality and abdicates his authority. He basically, when he washed his hands, he basically washed his hands of the authority he had. He could have set Jesus free. He found him to be righteous, but he abused his authority by giving over to the mob rule instead of doing what was right. He showed himself to be a slave to sin rather than a slave to righteousness. And Jesus Christ was crucified for that. So don't let anyone fool you into thinking that somehow Jesus is just Lord over this small segment of life. You know, Jesus just has authority in your private prayer closet, or Jesus just has authority when we're sitting in church, or Jesus just has authority in fill in the blank, whatever area of life we're talking about. The truth is, Jesus is Lord over all. Okay? God has ordained everything that occurs from the beginning. He's ordained everything. How can he not be Lord over all? And if you're curious about this conversation, you can look online on Facebook, and Mommy can let you read it's an interaction on with a person on Mr. Mark Cox's one of his posts from the other day, and you can see how people get the Christ's lordship confused and twisted and distorted around. What it all boils down to is man wants to be their own authority. Man wants to play some part in their salvation. They want to feel as if they are somehow in charge or in control of their lives. They want to cling to this idea of having free will and authority and autonomy in their life. But the fact is that free will is a myth. God has ordained all things from the beginning, all the way through to the end. He is Lord over all. He is Lord over He's Lord over all. Think of a person in the United States who's a citizen of the United States, and they want to sit there and say, well, President Trump, he's not my president. Wrong. If you're a citizen of the United States, President Trump is your president. You might not like it. You might not submit to that, but he is your president. And in the same way, Christ is creator of this universe. He is Lord over all, including the wicked. Children, wife, God bless. I hope you have a blessed day today. And think of ways in which you might be failing to submit to the authority of Christ in your life. What area of your life are you trying to segregate and say, well, Jesus is Lord over me at church, but not in this area? I love you all. I pray you have a blessed day. Love one another. Encourage one another today. Bear one another's burdens. Samuel, Henry, Maddie, try to overlook the faults of the little ones and set a good, godly example for them today. Kelly, lead with patience and long suffering today. I love you all. Bye-bye.